how you doing? Xenos here. Um, I was gonna continue that reading, but all the cards got messed up, so there was no getting back there was no getting back what I had put out the previous day. So I guess it was just a collective reading. I guess this is how it's supposed to end. But with that being said, I'm going to do another collective today. Um, but I wasn't sure what cards I was going to use. And I lost the box for one of my decks, unfortunately. I don't know, this was the box. For some reason, I thought it was a different one. I thought it was the Age of Iridium. I don't know why, but my answer, Prince. Anyway, yeah. Little pup was all on my shit, so all the energy already, even then, energy changes day by day, so that wasn't even a guarantee that the message would have still been the same if I had delivered it that same go around. So and I'm ashy, so I just got out the shower and I didn't put any lotion on. Don't always do that. That's just it's I just don't care. As weird as that is. But anyway. that. Okay. First, starting off with the emotion card. I'm not a queen. It's a boy. Okay. So, the emotion card is Queen of Hearts, Love. And on the back is. It's fine. It's fine. Um, and on the back is Shy, the Nine of Hearts, or Nine of Cups. No, that's a. Oh no. That was a spade. Queen. Queen of Swords. Oh. That's a spade. Okay. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. And on the back is the Nine of Hearts, or Nine of Cups. Yeah. I'm not, sometimes visuals get me. Sometimes. Literally. Literally. It'd be like that, though. Okay. 4 coins. Malachite. Transformation, openness, and love. Okay. Yellow Jasper, wealth, success, and wisdom with the 7 of diamonds, also known as the 7 of coins. And Queen of Hearts, aquamarine, fluidity, soothing, and go with the flow. Oh. Absolutely. Peace, love, and freedom. That is something I feel like everybody should strive to do. And if you hear them whining, like, I'm not purposely just not letting them out for no reason. It's a girl dog out there, and if you know boy dogs, you know how they'll be. Given that she's also in heat, about that time. So we got puppy pads in here, so yeah, they just gonna be whining. On the back, you have Page of Coins, Rose Quartz, Love, Trust, and Emotional Healing. Oh, thank you. That's what you see too. Yeah, y'all gonna be hearing a lot of that. Unfortunate, but let's get a quote. Charlie, chill out. All she did was walk by you. How you doing? Welcome in. Okay. Okay. So I have two. Independence, also see dependence, freedom, individuality, and liberty. I would rather sit on a pumpkin and have it all to myself than be on a crowded velvet cushion. Henry David Thoreau. Thoreau? Not even gonna pretend. Um, I am Lord of myself, accountable to none. Benjamin Franklin. And also, because it said individuality, um, let's see. The worth of the state in the long run is the worth of individuals composing it. John Stuart Mill. Individuality is the aim of political liberty. James Fenimore Cooper. So, those are the quotes. And I genuinely feel that because we're talking about independence and individuality, it has a lot to do with. I'm getting over a cold, and I got like, it's just a lot that's going on in the back of my throat. Anyway, we have the Rose Quartz, and we have the Queen of Hearts, as well as love with the Queen of Swords. So I feel like when it comes to the love that you want to pursue, and it doesn't even have to be with another person, um, in a sense of that is romance, it could be just with self or platonic, familial. Um, Charlie, you need to chill out. No, you know why. No, it's not. No. Anyway, love can mean a multitude of things with self, with other people in a sense of romantic, familial, platonic. And in a sense, I think that it means that you are getting out of this energy of just not feeling as though you are lovable. And that goes with any aspect of yourself because all aspects of you are lovable. Even through the pain and the hurt that you have, you are lovable. And you have to see that within yourself by loving yourself in the ways that you want. Because when you see that you are not being loved in the way that you want, you start to notice that how other people are in a sense loving you isn't how you want to be loved. Or maybe there's some things they do where you feel loved, but then actions have a whole different type of meaning to them. No. 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 You're gonna keep on doing it, but I'm gonna still say no. So looking at these key words, actually, before I even get to them, I'm I'm still going back to love because I did mistaken the spade for the heart. But we also have a Queen of Hearts that's not even remotely close to the color that mostly resembles love itself, which is pink. And it's blue, aquamarine. I'm going to get into that, but Queen of Swords, she is cutthroat. She is not adamant, but she stands firm in her power. Um, but in staying firm in her power, she knows that um, it's not always going to be fair to other people. But at the end of the day, fairness is fairness is with you when you know that something when you know that something is going to have to go your way because you know that you deserve it. So, in that same token, you wouldn't want to take yourself out of this place of being fair to you. And it doesn't mean that it's unfair to others because they in themselves have their own fairness. So, that shyness, that Nine of Hearts, Nine of Cups, this is getting close to your destination. This is getting close to your destiny. Everybody else has their own path, so if they're not getting it, they're just not getting it. And I even see with the Queen of Hearts, the key words, fluidity, soothing, and go with the flow. You've taken the long road in getting to where you need to go. And I keep thinking about the Aquamarine movie, but I had the disc when I was younger, but I've never finished it. Zip it. But I've never finished it. No, actually I have, but I never I haven't seen it in so long that I'm just not quite getting why that movie is popping up, like regardless of the name. But I don't know. Maybe it's a message in the movie. I'm specifically thinking about the ending where she was forced. Well, she was she wasn't forced to go back, but she had to go back. Actually, no, she was forced, but she. I don't know. It was something about the ending. I can't put my finger on it. But she didn't go back at the end of the day. Like, she ended up staying on land. Oh, it's been so long since I've seen that movie. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It's a weird mix up. But you have the 4 of coins and the 7 of coins. Fours have always meant stability to me. And maybe it's like in that with a general meaning with tarot, but 4 definitely is a stable house. But it's getting started with stability. With it in reverse, transformation, openness, and love. Love being mentioned twice. I think that actually love mentioned 3 times because of rose quartz. Page, the page of coins or page of diamonds, ace of diamonds, however you want to put it. Like, I'm just, excuse me, I'm just saying. Love has been mentioned 3 times, and I feel like with this stability, you're starting with yourself first and foremost. To be able to have that independence within you and that love within you, you have to start somewhere, and you start with you. And openness. Are you truly being open in the ways that you need to? Um, I know that more often than not, I falter with being open because I don't necessarily think that I have to talk about what it is that I'm feeling. I mean, yeah, I do, but in that same token, it's certain things that you want to be known, but also certain things that you don't want to be known. And it's something to have to do with your own inner working, and making sure that you're okay within yourself to bring yourself into this conversation without letting your emotions overflow and saying something that you don't want to say. You're not. You're not. You're not. You know why. Don't play, you know why. So you can whine at me all you want, but you know why. Now, with the 7, wealth, success, and wisdom. Once you get clear with yourself, you definitely can get clearer with how you feel about anything outside of you. When you realize, like how in that song with that Ariana Grande did, yes, and my energy is my own, and their energy is theirs. And I know when it comes to energy doesn't lie. Like if you know that you're not supposed to be somewhere, then you actually just need to ask yourself, If I'm not supposed to be here, then where am I going to go? Where do I need to be at? Where do I need to focus my energy on? Especially when you feel like a stagnancy and nothing feels nothing feels like it's moving. Typically when that happens, our energy is not getting put into the right destinations. And that is where we get into this state in this state of stagnancy where we're just not moving at all. And I say that with myself because I've had a lot of moments like that. And maybe the stagnancy isn't just not moving at all, but letting go and releasing what you need. We can move on. Well, actually, again, like what the fuck? Okay, that's interesting. Ooh, that's very interesting. When you learn to trust yourself more, you realize that people are actually trustworthy. Or people that you are drawn to are trustworthy. That you know that you can trust, like without a doubt. So if you have a doubts, ask yourself why. What is the reason for those doubts? All of these are coming out in reverse, but I'm guessing that the deck is just in reverse. Which is like, okay. Oh, never mind. No, I just, okay. Stop chewing my stuff. Stop. Stop. Ah, stop it. Stop. Okay. So, 6 of Wands, Ace of Cups, 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups, all in reverse. And what's upright is the 4 of Cups. So there's a lot that goes in with this emotional aspect of yourself, especially with the 7 of Cups, pouring into relationships and not knowing what you're going to get out of them. Especially seeing on the back you have the Hierophant. And maybe it's because you really didn't care to, or honestly, it's not even that you didn't. You just, what you got back wasn't what you wanted or needed. But in every relationship that we have, there are lessons to be learned. There are lessons to be learned. Now, whether or not you get the lesson is really a thing you need to deep dive into, especially when talking about the self. Because this 4 of Cups is served on a platter. So, this spell, even though you haven't been around the best um, cups per se, or relationships that you poured into, this 4 of Cups is here for you. And it all mixes very well into this new state of where you're going to. or this new area, this new place of being, per se. Now, you have the Three of Swords, the High Priestess in reverse, the Magician in reverse. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Swords. 9 of Swords. I don't even know if I can show this because it's a pot deck, so give me a moment. Ugh. You're not going outside. I hope you know that. You can't go out at all. Go. You can't go out at all. You know why. You're going to be running off going anywhere else. What we're supposed to be. Oh. I think I just picked some up that was supposed to be right there. Okay, well, I'm just gonna take that as a sign. Especially with this Three of Swords, heartbreak. And that means that you have really had to nurture yourself through letting go. Especially in terms of letting go of people, places, and things. Because when you realize that you are going on a journey, like, okay, say you're moving into a new house or a new home, and there's certain things that you can't take with you, so you have to pick and choose carefully what you want to keep and what you want to throw away. And in this, you have to make peace with not always, of not staying in the same space. Or not keeping the same connections that you once had. But maybe you feel like the scales just haven't been balancing to where you feel you're not going outside. Stop it. you going outside? You know where the puppy pad is. So there you go. Okay. Like I said, maybe the justice scale where you feel like you should have had justice that hasn't been where you wanted. But you have to get it in that your justice is literally you glowing up. Your justice is literally you shining. Your justice is you moving on. And you having a hard time celebrating how far you've come. Especially getting out of like a metaphorical small pond into literally the ocean. Like, you know how sewer pipelines are connected? Are they connected to the ocean? Or is it just the movies? I don't know. But it's in terms of like that. Like, you're, all the sources of water are connected together. So for you to move or come from this one little drop of water and then just make your way down that stream into the bigger part of the water. You know what I mean? It's like, I hope that makes sense. That's a weird ass metaphor, but you know, like you're a small fish and you're going out into this like giant ass park, or I guess not park, but it's a big ass pond of water. That sounds so weird coming out, but I'm trying to make sense of like the metaphor. Oh, okay, like a fishbowl. So you coming from a fishbowl, say okay, like a fish that's in a small ass fishbowl, but then over time as the fish grows, you're getting into a larger enclosure until eventually you're outgrowing it so much that you need to be literally in the water. Yeah, okay, that figures. So you have the Ten of Wands in reverse, Temperance, four Four of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. I didn't know what that was saying. It had my eyes all types of fucked up. In reverse, by the way. Seven of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the Five of Swords in reverse. So letting go of these burdens that you have, especially when it comes to the heartache you felt, it's hard. It's always going to be hard because you'll never get used to it. It's not something that you should get used to because it's an emotion that you have to work through. Regardless of any heartbreak, you work through it and you feel through it so you can release it. It's like that Steven Universe song. What was Greg singing? He was singing I don't know what the song was called exactly, but he was singing like I remember the lyrics. I could never be, I could never be, I could never be ready for this. And he was talking about parenthood at that, but you won't ever be prepared for life or death, or even then for heartbreak or for any new relationship, any new task, any new job. You won't be prepared for it because they're different experiences. Even though you may have the credentials for it, or you may be um, well versed in that particular field, they're not going to be the same thing. Practice is not the same as actually implementing it, actually doing it. You know what I mean? Like, people will study to become a surgeon, but they still have to go through their first surgery. They still have to. Where did you just pee at? I hope you peed on the pad. They still have to. They still have to go through their first surgery, and they may have the title for surgeon, but everybody gets that nervous jitter when going through that first step. But those nervous jitters are literally what makes it right, for me at least. Um, and sometimes those nervous jitters are like, no, this is wrong. But if it feels right, then take that chance. But if you know something deep down is stopping you from making that choice, or, you know, getting to that point, then you have to ask yourself, there's something that's missing. So, what is it? And why do I feel like I'm backing away from this situation that I actually so desperately wanted? Keyword desperately, because when you're desperate enough, you'll literally fall for any fucking thing. Now we have the Four of Pentacles right here. I think we have it again. It's the second time. But it's in reverse again. So again, talking about that stability, backtracking, and maybe sometimes it feels like you're on equal footing, but then it's like you're back another step. You really have nothing to prove, honestly. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. And with the Eight of Wands, I really think that you're so caught up in this feeling that if I don't have it all together, then who am I to feel like I'm deserving of this goal that I want? Who am I to feel that I'm deserving of this idea or this position? You have to realize that learning is part of the process. And as long as you feel you're deserving, then you're able to make that step to getting to that point. With the Five of Swords, very protective over you. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being protective over you. "11. Invention. Burning with passion. Tranquility. 15. Harmonious incantation. And on the back, 6. Bliss. Cherishing the day." There was this, I think it was a card, but it was saying, don't let the fire warm you, not burn you. And I think it was like from one of these decks I had. But when it comes to going for what you want, you have to allow that fire to burn within you, but not burn you out. And that comes with having a healthy balance and temperance. Having that healthy balance to knowing when to rest and when to keep going. When to start over and when to finish what you started. And when you get into that flow, you'll figure out that there was really no game plan to it. It was just as it came. Easy come, easy goes. And there's nothing wrong with taking the long road, you know. Sometimes we need to take the long road in order to finish what we started. But yeah. That was pretty much all, you know. I just wanted to do a quick reading. And I want to get real. Thinking about that damn Hamilton song. Um, can I be real a second for just a millisecond? Let them my guard and tell the people how I feel a second. That's funny as hell. But for real though, like, I think that a lot of the fears we have are essentially part of, no, leave that alone. Not being, I think a lot of the fears that we have are due to, sorry, I'm trying to pack up, but like also talk. I'm not good at multitasking like that. But I think a lot of the stuff that has to do with fears is actually the reimagining of them. Because when you imagine your biggest fear, what do you think? For me, I think my biggest fear is part of that achieving. Because once I achieve it, what am I going to do next? You know the solution to that? Anything you want. So, when you talk about fear, what is the worst thing that could happen? And how can you actually conquer it in a sense of, I'm not letting this hold me back from what I want. I'm not letting this take control of what I want and what I need to accomplish, what I need to do. I'm not letting this stop me from pursuing a goal that I want to achieve, you know? Mm. Okay, I was just talking about this goddamn card. Let your inner fire warm you, not burn you. Okay. I feel okay. It's okay to feel what you need to feel. And on the back, it's safe for you to shine. You don't owe anybody an explanation for anything that you do. You really don't. And in that same token, nobody owes you an explanation. And for me, I try to take things at face value. Like, honestly, okay, okay. I try to take things at face value, and that's because I don't have expectations for other people. What they give is what they give, and what they don't is just what they don't. In that same token, for me, I try to do what I can with the means that I have. So if I'm unable to, I'm just unable to, and I'm not gonna stress myself out trying to prove my worth when I already know it. Nobody has to see it. I see it. Nobody has to see me. I see me. And that's what's important. I don't have to be this grand being for somebody to see how much I am shining. I think of myself as important because I'm important to myself. I don't have to be the center of anybody else's world. I don't need somebody else to tell me that I'm loved and accepted, you know? Like, those are things that I absolutely know to be true. And even though it doesn't hurt to hear that from other people, I first and foremost need to hear that from myself before I accept what other people tell me, because they might not even really believe that. But I have to believe that with me, you know? You have to believe that with you. But I think that's the end. And remember, let your inner fire warm you, not burn you. And you got this. Keep it juicy in the koozie and peace the fuck out.